Hey everybody, so I wanted to do this video to let everyone know what I'm going to be doing this coming week and to kind of tell everybody a little bit about my story. So about 2 years ago, I started having some really bad stomach pains right after I ate. And it wasn't really all the time, it was just kind of like here and there. Sometimes it would happen really soon, sometimes it would happen a little bit later, sometimes they're worse than the others. To be honest, I kind of just blew it off. I didn't really think too much about it. I kind of thought maybe, oh, I'm just dehydrated right now, I'll drink some more water. I thought maybe it was like post menstrual cycle cramps, or even just bad gas, because sometimes that happens. I put up with it for about a year and a half, and at this time, like I said, I really didn't think too much about it, because it was on and off so much that I just, sometimes I figured, oh, it's got to be this time, or this time. However, after about a year, it started to get way worse. I'm talking, I would have like super bad episodes where I would barely eat anything, and my body would just like go crazy. I would get super lightheaded. I would have extreme nausea. I never actually threw up, but I always felt like I was going to. And I would have like really bad chills, and it's not like just like the every once in a while shiver chills. No, like I would have to lay down, and my entire body was just convulsing. Basically, it was kind of scary, to be honest. It kind of looked like I was a little possessed, but that's okay. So at this point, I was like, I gotta figure something out. I kind of just, did what every good person would do, and I went to the internet. I went online and did a lot of research on the types of pains that I was having, where I was having it at, all of that good stuff. And I kind of came up with two major options that it could be besides, cancer, like WebMD told me that I have. So the first option was a gluten intolerant, and the second was dairy. And then there was kind of just the other idea of maybe it's just some food that's I've been eating a lot that I haven't really noticed that, like really pinpointed. So I started on my journey. I started eliminating gluten from my diet for probably about 4 weeks. I stayed as far away as I could from everything, which was really, really hard, especially doing it on my own. So I did that. There were occasions that I would slip up, but after about 4 weeks, I decided, okay, this isn't working. This doesn't seem to be the problem, because like I said, if I would slip up and eat a little bit of gluten, I would still have the same amount of stomach problems as I would before that, without eating any gluten that day or week or whatever. So I was like, okay, then it's probably dairy. So, excuse me. So, I did the same thing with dairy. I eliminated that from my diet as best as I could. And for about 4 weeks, I still couldn't figure it out. So I started doing more research, I guess you could say. I started tracking what I was eating, and then I would look into those different foods to see, well, like this food has this, so does this, maybe it could be an allergy to this. And I didn't, that was really hard to try and just eliminate that from my diet, so I just went to an allergist. I told them my story, and they kind of agreed with me, saying that it's probably an allergy to something, some kind of food I was eating. So they tested me for like literally everything under the sun. They tested me for a bunch of different chemical allergies that are often found in foods and in a working area. And then they also tested me for a lot of common food allergies, including gluten and dairy, and nothing came back. So I was just kind of like, okay, whatever, this is frustrating, nothing is working. So I kind of just gave up hope. And it was kind of sad, to be honest. I kind of sad that I gave up hope. on myself and my health. So I just kind of lived with it for a while. And then, I don't know, probably about 3 or 4 months later, I finally decided that I needed to go see a doctor. I went to my primary care physician, and told him my story. And he was like, okay, well, let's figure this out. So we did a bunch of blood work. So there was some answers that I could see in sight. He told me some things that it could be, and the blood work would show up, and he was pretty convinced that we would get an answer, so I was too. So after the many vials of blood that was taken and the many tears that came because of my fear of needles, the blood was sent off and tested for probably about 4 pages worth of things that I don't even know how to pronounce. I don't even know what half of them are. So this actually came with an answer. So I thought that that was awesome. The answer was that I was vitamin D deficient, which was one of the things that the doctor was saying that it possibly could be, because that does some weird things to your body. I was so thankful to finally get an answer to the problems that I was having. I took vitamin D supplements for about 3 months. I took them every day, like the doctor told me to, in the right dosage, right amount that he was telling me to. I then stopped taking them because, plain and simple, it wasn't working. I probably should have stayed on them because I did get my blood tested a little bit ago, and it says that I still have a vitamin D deficiency. But I stopped taking them. I was really mad because it wasn't working. I was still getting sick. Sometimes it wasn't in the same level of sickness, but I was still getting sick. So I just decided I would just deal with it. I've been dealing with it for already almost a year and a half now. So I just figured, whatever, if anything that I'm doing isn't going to help, then I'll just deal with it and not try to worry about it. So then in February of this year, things got really, really bad. And this kind of started my downward decline of everything. I had really, really bad episodes almost every time I would eat. I would have to sit there after eating for probably 30 minutes just because I wouldn't be able to, like, drive or concentrate or think about anything. I would say incoherent things, and people would just kind of look at me like it was crazy, to be honest, just because I was always in pain, and I just didn't make any sense because I couldn't think straight because I was in so much pain. With this, along came really, really bad skin problems. I've had eczema pretty much my whole life. It's never really been too bad. It just kind of flares up when it gets cold outside, or if there's a change in temperature, if it's like snowy or whatever. It really doesn't help the fact that I live in like the driest state in the world. So I went to the dermatologist about this, and they gave me different things to help. And just to give you kind of an idea, you can kind of see it right now. It's really not that bad right now. I have pictures that I'll try and put up with it, but it was so bad. I was waking up in the mornings looking at like my pillow and my sheets, and there would just be like little blood stains all over everywhere. It was really gross, to be honest. And then I would also wake up with bloody skin all underneath my fingernails, and with this extremely painful burning sensation all over my neck, my face, and my arms. Let's just say it was not fun, and it was really not fun, especially during my semester, because I was already stressed out enough, and then having all of these problems did not help one bit. So as you can imagine, I was even more frustrated. The dermatologist gave me steroids, which helped for like the week that I was on them, and then my skin would just flare up again. So I just stopped taking them because I honestly thought it was better for my health to have really awful skin than to be taking steroids. then my world changed, completely changed. And this happened when I was introduced to a company called Apicé. They have an amazing gut health line. It's called Love Your Gut, and it's a line of products which is designed to help your gut promote good bacteria and a healthy environment to basically help the rest of your body. I learned that your gut is your second brain, and many autoimmune diseases, as well as acne, psoriasis, eczema, all start in your gut. And that's why it's called the second brain, is because it's the center of everything. All of your health starts in your gut. So if you don't have good gut health, you're not going to have good health anywhere else. I was shocked and excited and a little mad that I hadn't come across this sooner. I started using some of the amazing products, and then they released even more, which is amazing. The products that they already had were already helping me in small ways, but to what other people would be small ways, but to me were big and amazing ways. So I was extremely excited to get these new products. I'm not going to go into detail with those because I'm actually going to post another video here soon about that. But so I decided that in order to get my system completely clean, I needed to flush everything out. So this week I'm going to be doing a full detox. I'm going to be documenting every step I take, all of the results, my story, how it's changed me, what's different. I'm going to share step by step how my skin looks, different results that I've been having with, this is going to sound kind of gross, but like, you know, bowel movements and food irritability and just anything and everything. I'll be doing it all through YouTube, and my Facebook account and my Instagram account will also be connected to that. So I really hope you guys all stick with me throughout this journey and support me. And I want to give a thanks to everyone who already is supporting me and who is going to support me throughout this, because it's gonna be hard. I've never done a detox before. I hear amazing things after, but I hear that during it's a little crazy. So we're gonna kind of see how it goes. And like I said, I'm gonna be blunt. I'm gonna tell you guys everything that happens because you guys need to know, and everyone needs to know, and I need everyone who is having the same kind of problems that I'm having or any gut problems to know if these products help, which, like I said, I've already been taking some, so I know that they will, how much they help, to what extent, what it helped me personally with, and I mean, everyone's going to be a little different, but if you are having some of the same problems that I'm having or any other type of gut problems, reach out to me, and I'd love to help you in your journey and support you as well. So click the subscribe button, and like I said, I'll have another video up soon to show you the process of how I'm going to be doing things and to go more in depth with the products that I'm going to be using. So thanks.